Hi, this is Sean Maguire with the Capital District Regional Planning Commission, and I'm here to provide you with a brief overview of the Census Business Builder tool that's available from the U.S. Census Bureau. Now, to get to it, there's a couple of ways you can do it, but probably one of the easiest ways is to simply Google Census Business Builder, and it'll become your top result here at the top of your page. You go ahead and click on that link to the Census website. You'll come right over and you'll see two options: Census Business Builder for small businesses and then for regional analysts. We're going to focus this video on the Census Business Builder Small Business Edition. So go ahead, click on that link, and that's going to bring you right into the Census's Small Business Edition 2.2. You'll see some of this will update from time to time to newer versions, and that's just the Census Bureau improving the product, and it's come a long way since we first started working with it. It's a pretty intuitive process to help you walk through developing a profile of your market area, of your community where you're considering opening your business. And so let's use some hypothetical examples here. And what we're going to do is we're going to look to open some type of food service business. We're going to pretend that we're going to open a restaurant here. And so we go ahead, we click on the food service option, and we're given a number of different opportunities here to explore, from small snack bars to bakeries and bars, buffets. But we're going to focus right here on your good old fashioned sitting down eating restaurant type. So go ahead, click on that, and you'll see some general statistics from the Census Bureau, including the total number of restaurants that exist in the U.S. So about 238,000, almost 239,000 here. So we're going to take a move over here to step two about where we're considering locating the business. So what I want to do is actually want to open this business in my hometown of Guilderland, New York, just outside of Albany. So I'll go ahead and click on Guilderland. And I have two options here. One, I can go right to the map to look at information about potential customers and competitors in the area, or I can go right to a report on the business location. I can still get to that report from going into the map, so let's go ahead and take a look at the map first. Now, the app will ask you to consider some possible variables to look at. Some primary category pieces here are the customers, area businesses, consumer spending habits, and some variables that you can establish in uploading a sample file. We're going to stay away from that. It's a little bit more advanced than most people need to get into. And so let's take a look at our customers. We're interested in probably understanding the socioeconomic characteristics of our customers, and so we'll click on that. And let's say I'm interested in the median household income here of my potential customers that I'm interested in serving. So I'll go ahead, click that, and click select a variable here, and that'll update the map. And you'll see it'll display the categories based on colors. Those colors here are keyed in the bottom right hand of the map, and that gives you an idea of overall median household income at the municipal level here. So we're looking at, we're focused here on the town of Guilderland, but you can see I've also got some information into the town of Colony, into the village of Colony, down into the city of Albany, and I can zoom in and out to update that geography. Okay, so refocusing here, kind of bringing us back down. And I can take a look at some different categories as well. Let's see, we could look at demographic characteristics. I could take a look at the number of adults. I can also look at different variables about the makeup of the population. I can also take a look here at housing characteristics, who owns their homes, renter occupied housing units, single family, and so on. Over in businesses, we can look at employers, non-employers, key ratios, average employment per employer, payroll per employee, some trade issues, but probably not terribly relevant to restaurants here, and that's why you'll see them crossed out. Consumer spending habits, we want to look at total per capita consumer expenses, how much per capita consumers are spending on alcohol. Let's see, going down into beer and wine, apparel services, and here we can look at per capita consumer expenditures on dining out. So since we're opening a restaurant here, we're going to go ahead and take a look at that variable next. And so we'll select the consumer spending on eating out, dining out, food away from home, and how much people are spending in that area. Now, here are some of the challenges that we do run into is because of sample sizes and level of information that's available. We may not always get a very fine level of detail here for a specific community. You can see we do have some consumer spending habits in the city of Albany, up here in the town of Colony, but not really quite too specific to a town. But my market area, my catch area, may be more than just the town of Gilderland in general. It may actually be broader to Albany County. So I'm actually going to expand my outlook here to Albany County. And now we'll get some information about per capita spending. And as you can see here, in across Albany County, across all the municipalities, census tracts, and neighborhoods, I've got a range of about 1,200, high 1,200 to high 1,300. So let's say that's about $1,300 to $1,400 in per capita consumer spending away from home. This is how much people are spending on an annual basis outside of their homes per individual. And so we've got a pretty good amount of spending happening in the Albany County area. I'm going to bring that back out to some other larger geographies, and you can see that into Saratoga County. We probably have the highest level of per capita spending that's happening in the capital region, and followed by Schenectady and Rensselaer counties. Now we can go ahead and create that report to take a look at the spending in Albany County based on the information that we selected and pulled. And you'll see here that in the report, we're going to find information about customers in Albany County, businesses, restaurants in Albany County, other restaurants in Albany County, and consumer spending. You can continue to scroll down into the web page here to understand information about your potential customers. So here's some of that demographic characteristic information that we first started out with. We're talking about just over 300,000 people in Albany County according to the American Community Survey's 5-year estimates, and as well as breakdown by age. Some information about the socioeconomic characteristics. There's the median household income we started out within this scenario. Moving into housing characteristics, and then here back down into the business summary. And so we're looking at some data information here. This is the sector code that we use for looking at restaurants. It's a 6-digit level code, so we're getting pretty specific here. In Albany County, we have a total count of 338 restaurants with a single location. Total employment of about 6,700. Total annual payroll in thousands. Average employment per employer, about 20 employees per restaurant, it looks like. And the payroll per employee is $18,000 per employee on the average. Now, keep in mind that does take into consideration some employees are employed full-time, some are employed part-time. But that'll give you an idea as to what the average payroll is from around the county. And this is the total population in an area versus the number of establishments. So there's about one restaurant for every 900 people within Albany County. And moving further down, we get some information at a county level for business revenue, how much we're taking in totally across restaurants, the average revenue per employee, the average payroll or average revenue per dollar of payroll as well. So a lot of great information here. And one of the helpful things that you can also do is that if you're using this in a business plan or in your business documentation, you can also download this data directly, save it off as a PDF, or create it or save it as something that's formatted more for printing. And so here's what this report looks like. Comes out in a landscape format. That's okay. And that same information that we were just looking at on the web page is just been pushed out as a report. Again, you can save that report off You can print that report to get a better idea as to what's happening with your business and within your market area. And so that's pretty much it. That's a basic overview of the Census Business Builder Small Business Edition that's available from the U.S. Census Bureau for you to use and for you to help you develop your business further. If you have any questions about this or other census products, you can always reach us here at the Commission. You can go to our website at www.cdrpc.org. We also have a lot of data and information specific to the region. And if you scroll to the bottom of the page, here's our contact information. You can email us at cdrpc.org or give us a call at area code 518-453-0850. I hope this information was helpful and valuable to you. Thanks for stopping by.